All right, let's get into the notes for dilations, which is our last transformation that we're going to discuss. A dilation is when we take a shape and we either enlarge, or it's like the enlargement, or reduction of a figure. So we can make it bigger or we can make it smaller. Okay. The scale factor indicates how much the figure will enlarge or reduce. Okay, so the scale factor is represented by the letter K. Okay, so when you see it says K equals something, then you know you're going to do dilation. When K is greater than 1, then it's going to be an enlargement. In other words, we're going to make the shape bigger. When K is less than 1, the dilation is a reduction. All right, so let's go through a couple examples here and see what it means. Yes, this is a mess, I know. T is in the wrong spot, so I had to move it over here. And then I put the answer and my pen slipped. You know, just one of those things. It's okay, we'll go on. So we have triangle RST. Here are the 3 points, and it says K equals 2. That means I want to enlarge this original shape by a scale factor of 2. Here's the simplest way to do it. You take each one of these and multiply it times 2. So my new R is going to be negative 10, 2. My new S is going to be at negative 6. And then 4 times 2 is 8. My new T is going to be 2 times 2, right here, and negative 1 times 2, negative 2. Plot those 3 points. That's these 3 right here. That is my new shape that I've enlarged or performed dilation on it. Basically, when I take K equals 2, I'm doubling it, right? I'm getting bigger than twice as big. Okay, when K is less than 1, we're going to reduce it. When I reduce something by 1/4 or 1/2 or 1/3, that is the same thing as dividing by 4. Okay, or you can take each one of these times 1/4. So I'm going to take, these are my 3 points, and I think I messed up on this one too here. This should be at 8, 0. I went out way too far. Should be here at 8, 0. So there's my 3 points. Okay, what I'm going to do with those is I'm going to divide each of them by 4 to get my new set of points. So negative 4 divided by 4 is negative 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 0 divided by 4 is 0. Negative 2 divided by 4 is negative 1/2, or 0.5. And negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. All right, so I'm going to plot these 3 new points, negative 1, 2. 2, 0, and negative 1/2, negative 2. So I've taken my original triangle and I have reduced it 1/4 of the size. So I think dilations are pretty straightforward. Take the scale factor, do what it says, that will give you your new shape, figure out those points, plot it, and you got it done. On these last 2, I want you to identify the scale factor. Okay, so we've got 3 points here. I've listed one of them. You could list all 3 if you wanted, just to check. But basically, all you need to do is look at one of them and decide, what did they do? This is what I start with, right? And then I'm going to change it to this. So this is what I'm starting with, and I want to transform it to this. Is it getting bigger or getting smaller? Well, it's getting smaller. which means K is going to equal, is going to be less than something. Less than 1, sorry. Less than 1. So, basically, what did I divide by? To go from 0 to 0, who knows? From 6 to 2, I divide by 3. Dividing by 3 is same as multiplying by 1/3. Okay? So multiplying is how we list the scale factor, so this one is going to be K equals 1/3. Okay, everybody catch that? Same thing as we did up here. Dividing by 4, okay, when I went and got all these smaller, dividing by 4 and multiplying by 1/4 are the same thing. Dilations are always going to be the multiplying piece. So divide by 3 is the same thing as multiplying by 1/3. Alright, our last one. We want to identify the scale factor used on this graph. Again, pay attention to what they're starting with. The pre-image has always got just the plain old alphabet letters. And then the image, our kind of our answer, always has the little tick marks or prime marks. So I have just listed one of them. From W, right here is at -2,2, and W prime, way up here, is at -8,8. Okay, so I can see very clearly that I went from a smaller shape to a larger, so I know my K is going to be greater than 1. Okay, so basically what am I multiplying by? This shape to get this one, or this ordered pair to get this ordered pair. And I think you can pretty quickly see -2 times 4 is -8. And I think you would find if you did that for all of the points, they would all have that same K scale factor of 4. All right, let me know if you have any questions on dilations.